Scrappy people, Tracy Reed here today, coming at you with a layout using the Citrus Twist Kits Travelogue 2023 collection. And today I am celebrating that Dutch Brothers, our favorite coffee restaurant, or should I say our favorite sugar bomb restaurant disguised as coffee, has finally made it to Tennessee. When we left California, one of the things that we really missed the most was Dutch Brothers. Unfortunately, they are still somewhat far away. This one was in Nashville. There is one about 45 minutes from us in Sevierville, but obviously not close enough to make ourselves sick on sugar on a regular basis. But we did stop in Nashville on our little day trip at Dutch Brothers, and so I have cut out the peace sign logo on my silhouette, and I'm going to incorporate it into this layout. There are 3 papers that match the Dutch Bros logo colors that I'm going to incorporate into this page as well, but that is as far as I've gotten brain-wise, so let's get it. All right, this layout came out so fun, almost like a Mondrian painting. It's really blocky. It's really like red, blue, and yellow, which makes sense. It's actually an orangey red, but it works. Red, blue, and yellow for the Dutch Brothers logo, and it's just it came out really cool. I liked getting outside the box and trying something a little bit different, and I think it came out real fun. So I'm going to replicate the stripes in the Dutch Brothers logo at the bottom of my page. It goes yellow, red, blue. So I'm just starting at the bottom, working the paper strips up. They are a little bit this yellow strip is a little bit thicker than the yellow strip on the other side, but you can't really tell once I start putting everything down. And I kind of knew that you wouldn't really be able to tell that they were just slightly off when I was done. So I just left it the way it is instead of got super perfectionist-y. I decided to back all of the photos on black, and I think that might be where the Mondrian effect comes in. I know that I'm saying that wrong. I apologize. I was an art history major, but I am still very, very much bad at accents. But anyway, wow, brain fart. Okay, I've got all of these backed in black, and I think that really helps them stand out from the background. And initially, this was all I was going to do with paper, but I was starting to feel like the white it just felt weirdly bottom heavy with the white background being the only thing up top. And I didn't think that would bother me, but it didn't look great to my eye when I started putting everything down. So I'm going to get all of these photos down, and I'm going to put down the peace sign as well. I'm trying to decide where I want to put it. And part of the problem I was having was that the white peace sign was going to go over the white background, and so I thought maybe about backing it in black, but that was just too bold. And then I decided I'm not going to back it in any of these colors either, so we're just going to let it go and let the white sit on white. I think it's still you can still see it. It's still visually legible. So it works for me. And in the end, it's not even something that I think about when I look at this page. So it was just me being a little bit weird and picky for a second before I decided where I wanted to put this. And then, okay, so I get out these black alphabets from the Travelogue collection, and I do start my title at the top here, and I am just not loving the way that looks. Mostly just because I knew that I was going to put Dutch Bros in the striped part, and so I didn't like how distanced Hooray for and Dutch Bros was going to be. So at first I start adding these circles to the page, and I felt like I needed more color up top like I was talking about earlier, but it's still just not coming together in a way that I like. It's just kind of feels odd, almost like, I don't know, like a McDonald's place balls just flying in the air. It's just not quite settling in as a cohesive design. So I try to adjust these letters and maybe ground the Hooray with this red dot, but I just don't love the way that this is looking. So I am on the struggle bus. So I'm gonna rearrange these circles a couple times, including overlapping the stripes, but that does not look good to me. And then I also have that "this was so good" label there, and that was gonna allow me to bring in some other colors, but then I decided that I didn't actually want to bring in any other colors. I really liked the red, yellow, blue color scheme of this, and so I was just not going to bring in anything else. So I'm going to take off these letters here in just a second. I'm going to fight with them for a minute, and then I'm going to take them off, and I'm going to reassess what I want to do with this design. But you can see I'm just fussing, and I'm not happy, and it's just driving me a little bit crazy. I just keep putting this circle back until I just know that it's just not going to work, or this design is just not going to work the way I want it to. So I start putting down Dutch Bros in these white letters, and I take off the black letters and decide instead to put Hooray for in these little white type letters that are also from Citrus Twist. And now I've pulled out anything that I thought might work with this page, and I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm still not loving those circles, but we will make it work here in a second. And I got out my corner rounder so I can match the corner rounding on that label from the journaling card. And I'm going to use this as my journaling spot, but I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put it yet. I thought about maybe putting it on top of this photo, but I didn't like the way that that would detract from the photo, so I decided to put it over here, which started to help with how I was going to put these circles, because then I'm going, wait, where am I going to put these now? And so I was like, oh, okay, let's just rearrange a little bit and see if we can figure this out. And then I was like, well, why am I not putting these circles in the actual circle design on the background paper? Hello? Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so much better. Yes. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Now I'm enjoying it a little bit more. I'm going to put this one under the Dutch Bros building. Yes, this is what I want. You can see me go, this is it right here. So I'm going to adhere these down, and I think that that helps to start bringing my design together. It helps me like concentrate and focus a little bit better on what I'm doing here. I will admit it was kind of a crapshoot to begin with, but we're getting there. Sometimes I just have to think things through while I do it. In fact, most of the time I think things through while I do it. I have like an initial thought concept like I did with these stripes and that peace sign, but that was about it, right? So I'm gonna just work it out as I design. So I had this from the print and cut sheet. Of course, it's a iced coffee, or a drink with ice in it, so that had to go on here, and it was black, so that worked too. Then I had this red word strip, and I liked the contrast because there was no red on this side other than the striped part. So we're going to put this under here, or over here, I guess, making sure to leave a little bit of that black border. Then I was like, okay, well, I have a blue or a black and a yellow one here, so let's just use all three. So I got to make sure that the yellow isn't overlapping the actual yellow paper, but I do like it in the yellow stripe. Then I'm going to do the same with the black up here, and that gives some repetition to the page as well. I mean, obviously there already is, but it just kind of gives that power of three sort of thing going. Okay, so now I've decided, no, we're not going to add any other colors to this page. So what can I do to add more to this page? Because not a lot of the embellishments in the Travelogue printables and all of that are red, blue, or black. Or red, blue, yellow. That's what I meant. So I have this older stamp set that has this battery on it, and I've used it before, and I really enjoy the concept of the battery with the coffee. So I'm using some orange or flame from Catherine Pooler. It's like a red orange that matches the red orange of the stripe. And then I'm going to use my corner rounder again to match the corner rounding on the stamp, and I'm going to use this as an embellishment. Wasn't quite sure where I was going to put it yet because where I thought I was going to put it, I didn't actually like it. So I'm going to instead put it up here on the other side. We can find, nope, it's not going to work there, Tracy. Just, there's your head. Wait, yep, that's where we want it. Sorry about my head. All right, there we go. So now I'm liking the overlapping and how that vibe is going. I wanted to also use this stamp. Sorry about my head again. I wanted to use this stamp that says straight up magic. So I actually incorporate it into the background. I do stamp a little bit over the blue and yellow circles, but I incorporate this mostly into the background with the sort of sketchy circles on the background. And I really like the way that just kind of adds a little subtle thing to the page. So now I'm deep diving into my Citrus Twist stash. I have this coffee circle, and I really wanted to put it over there with the coffee, or like overlapping that photo, but it was just too big and it covered up too much of my hand. So instead I pull another one here, this black one that says best quality, and I feel like that doesn't cover up my hand as much, so it works a little bit better. But we've got some more circles repeating throughout here. And then I'm like, okay, I have a lot of word bits going on, and I'm going to try and add a couple more, but I realize after this one goes down that I need to find some icons rather than some word bits, because I got a lot of words going on. So I'm going to put that one back, and I'm going to add another one of those red hearts. Oh, I did up there to the happy to be here, and then I was like, I need just a little spot of color still over here, so I'm going to add this blue circle underneath the yellow. It's just going to be a little touch of blue that I think helped alleviate some of that white space down there. You can see how subtle it is. The last thing I'm going to do is add in this yellow star, or this yellow circle with a blue star, and in some of these puffy sticker hearts, and then I'm gonna call it good. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Tracy M. Reed. I'd love to see you over there as well. There's a link to Citrus Twist kits in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Thank you.